Hey guys, Mr. here again for another video today, and we are back with our Draft to Glory franchise mode. And in this one, we are going to be sitting through the AHL playoffs and the entire offseason as well. Obviously, in the last one, your Tampa Bay Lightning were unable to make the playoffs, finishing with a record of 37, 34, and 11. And unfortunately, even though despite finishing fourth in the division, we weren't good enough to make the playoffs. So we finished 22nd overall, which is a potential top 10 selection in the draft, but we shall see how that works out. I highly doubt we would move up, and more than likely we would move down. Wow, there were some bad teams this season. Washington with only 50 points. Oh man, that was a hurtful sneeze. So yeah, Washington only 50 points, Nashville only 60 points, Buffalo only 66, and Boston only 69. So four teams this season missed out or got less than 70 points throughout the entire season, which is kind of ridiculous. Now, yeah, I just wanted to show you guys the stats for the goaltending because, to be honest, I kind of blame the season on the poor goaltending that we got, and if that isn't bad enough, the poor play from Todd Jaspers at the start of the season. Todd Jaspers really picked it up in the later half of the season, but unfortunately didn't get 20 goals this season. He didn't even break, or obviously he didn't get 30 goals, and he didn't even break 20 goals for the first time in his career, which quite sucks, and he's back to where he has been the first two seasons, around that 50-point mark, which isn't really that great. I could see him getting around the 80-point mark every year or so. Unfortunately, just a bad season from him, and Nemesnikov really didn't help us out on that top line either. Then we moved Palat up there, who didn't do too bad, but again, just not good enough, and I don't know, guys. I do not know. As for rookies, or not rookies, sorry, this is Cullemore's second season. Cullemore was arguably one of our best players. He was arguably the best goal scorer this season. He did have the best shooting percentage on our team, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go and see that. I believe he had the best shooting percentage. Yes, he did, 16.2, which is a very good shooting percentage, to be fair. So, yeah, but we look to head to the offseason now, and we shall see. Well, I guess after the playoffs, we shall see how our team does, or what type of moves, I guess, we shall do in the offseason. So I guess let's start the playoffs now, or the AHL playoffs, because unfortunately your NHL team did not make it. So game one of round one, we win. We are playing the Toronto Marlies right now. Game number two, we lose, so an even series, one game apiece. Game number three, we have a 2-1 series lead. Will they force a game 5? Added scouting assignment first. Let's see. I'm basically done everywhere. Is there anybody or any place I did not scout that I don't want to? No. Well, let's go back to the WHL because that's where the majority of the first round, or the entire draft, is, I should say, actually. So they were able to force game 5, and something I forgot to do was, is there anybody I can send down to play on this team? Rodrigue, how did he do? He did not do that great in the AHL, although he's doing pretty solid right now for the playoffs, so I guess we'll just keep him in, although I do kind of want to have Thomas down there, because Thomas is listed as a backup goalie, so I don't want him down there in the AHL. Never mind then, guys. And I don't, well, let's go edit lines. Let's just see. Is there anybody I have that I could send down? No. I mean, Lipanov I could send down. Ronnie Woolley I could send down as well, which kind of tempting. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother. We're just gonna see how our AHL team does, the way it is. So come on, what are you doing, game? I just want to go back to the calendar. Let's sim game number 5 here. we're just going to go through it quickly. I'm really not that worried about it. Will we move on to the second round of the playoffs? Yes, we will. Alright, so we face the Utica Comets in round number 2. So let's sim the first 4 games, and we'll see what's up. We take a 1-0 lead, then they tie the series, then we take a 3-1 series lead. Nice. Good job, Syracuse. Can we win in 5 games, which we do? Nice to see. So we'll be heading to the Eastern Conference Finals to face the Hartford Wolfpack in the ECF. Let's sim the first 4 games. Let's see, we lose game 1, we lose game 2. It was scouting assignment here. We win game 3. I did see that, I believe. Let's do defense now for 2 weeks in the W. So yeah, we won game 3 and we won game 4. Alright, so it's tied series heading into the last 3 games of the series. We have the 3-2 series lead now, and we win to face Tucson in the Calder Cup final, who do have a better record than us. Now we'll go through that, genuinely we will actually look through that, but I wanted to look at something. Yes, draft class, that's what I wanted to look at. So let's go and see top 10, or the first round, I guess I should say, players. There's a franchise defenseman projected to go. Imagine if we could win the draft this season. Or not the draft, win the lottery. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. So, actually, let's just look through this and see who's not in the WHL. See, this is what I mean, guys. Just about everybody is in the WHL. So, apart from Esa Koltinen, basically the entire first round is WHL players, which does not surprise me. Carl Kaufman, he doesn't look too bad. First/second round. I would love to get him, but I highly doubt that will happen. And I'd rather go for someone better in the first round. Or that could be better, I guess. They may not be as good. Whoa, 2 Germans. Not Germans, sorry, South Koreans? North Koreans? I'm not sure. Both 19-year-olds, Henry Hawes and Tiny Hopkins. We'll see if they're any good. Now, like I said, guys, basically everybody is in the WHL, and for some reason it's just always like that. Yeah, so we'll pin Kaufman, but right now I guess I'm just worried about the WHL and to get information in the WHL. So we have home ice through this series, and to be honest, I think Syracuse might have been the best team in the AHL, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So really quickly, let's sim through the Calder Cup Finals. So, game number 1, period number 1. It is a 2-1 lead for Tucson. Suzuki and Fowler score for them, and then Ernie makes it a 1-goal game for us. Second period now, we're down 4-3. Caulfield scored for them, twice actually, Caulfield scored. Ernie, though, got his second goal of the game, cutting the lead by 1 once again. Then Killorn gave us the tied the game for us. 2 goals about a minute apart from Ernie and Killorn. And then with 5 seconds left, Cole Caulfield, is it Cole or is it Clayton? It's Cole, right? Cole Caulfield gets the winning goal, or not the winning goal, sorry, a late goal to give Tucson the lead. There we go. Third period now, and Brower scores on Rodrigue to make it a 5-3 final, I believe it was, for Tucson in game 1. Alright, so they've taken the 1-0 series lead, and we lost on home ice, which is not great, but there's still plenty of time left in this series. First period of game 2, we're down 1-0. Second period of game 2, we're down 3-2. We got a couple of goals. Wow, Caulfield is really good, and Ernie is really good so far in this series. Third period of game 2, we are down 2-0 in the series, guys. That's not good. Cole Caulfield, again, the first star of the game, undoubtedly with 2 goals in the first 2 games of the series. He has 4 goals, both games that we have played. He's gotten a 2-goal performance. So we now head to Tucson for game 3 and 4. Let's see how that goes. Game 3, first period, 0-0 after 1. Second period, we're up 1-0. Oleg Tuden scores for us. And the third period, 2 goals for Tucson, and Caulfield with his 5th goal in the series. He has 5 goals in 3 games and at least 6 points in 3 games as well. Absolutely unreal. And now a 3-0 series lead for Tucson. Will we get swept in the Calder Cup final? Let's see. First period, we're down 2-1. Okay, second period, now we're down 3-1. And it is looking like your Syracuse Crunch will get swept in the Calder Cup final, which is quite bad. We have a power play, though. Unable to do anything with the power play. And like I said, guys, looking like Syracuse. Oh, Sean Chipchura has something to say about it, though. Come on, 3 minutes left to power play for Tucson. They could shut it out. And Boris Kachuk ties the game with 48 seconds left. All right. So there's still some life in the Syracuse team. Overtime period. Let's see. Will we get eliminated? Will we lose in the Calder Cup final? Possibly a power play opportunity for Tucson. A very, very long power play opportunity, but we were able to kill it off. Come on, hockey gods, reward us with a lucky bounce to get our first win of the series. It didn't happen in the first overtime, maybe in the second overtime period. Let's see. Come on, I quick simmed it by accident, although it wouldn't have been. It basically would have ended right away anyways. Valesi gave us the game winner, and we finally got on the board in this series. Nice. Nice to see our team finally show up. So we head back to Syracuse now for game number 5. And I did see OHL players, so we'll mainly just do Canada for the rest of the scouting, because that just seems to be where the majority of players are. So let's head over to goals and let's go. Game number 5, first period. We're up 1-0. Sean Chipchura, nice. We are now up 3-1 after the 2 periods. And the third period, a comeback for Tucson this time. So we head to overtime for the second straight game off of 2 back-to-back third-period comebacks in this series. The overtime period, 1 shot, and Tucson could win the Calder Cup. Will it happen, though? Let's see. I think we were on a 5-on-3 there for a minute. We have a power play opportunity, although we were unable to convert on it. 5 minutes remaining in this period, and we may head to a second double overtime in a row. Never mind. Nando Eggenberger had something to say about that real quick, and he's just like, nah, Calder Cup is ours. Well, damn. A very poor, very, very poor playoff run in the Calder Cup final for Syracuse, so that was interesting, although I guess I can't really talk about it, because considering they at least made the playoffs. Let's head on over to, who do I want to go to? Oh yeah, I want to go to the NHL and see. The final is Chicago and Philly. When did that happen? 2010, I believe, right? 2010 is when that Stanley Cup final happened, and yeah, Chicago up 1-0 in the series. This is about 12, 13 years later. That's crazy. So let's sim to the draft, and we'll get some more scouting in there as well. Now, we won't have much scouting left. Chicago won the Stanley Cup, and again, they beat Philly in the final. Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say, I think we may be done scouting. Let's see, how much we got left? We have 3 weeks, so defense for 1 week. Will I be able to get to the queue? I don't think so, but it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, we are getting to the queue now. Draft lottery results, and we stay at 10. All right. Do we stay at 10 or do we move down? Because technically 31, 22, so we actually moved down 1, I believe. But that's not a bad pick. A top 10 selection could bring us an elite player. Will it, though? I'm not sure. Although it could most definitely bring us a half-decent player. Alex Killorn did not retire, nor did I necessarily expect him to. But maybe playing in the AHL, he's just like, nah, I'm done. See ya, boys. Mike Smith retires as a 41-year-old. Halak, 38. Elliott as well. And Al Montoya as well, 38. Khudobin, 37. Eddie Lack, only a 35-year-old. Interesting. Alex Stalock is there too. How old is he? 35 as well. 67 overall, though. Yikes. Joe Thornton. Oh, man, the legend. What a beast. Only 5 points away from 1,600 points. I would have stayed for one more season. He's 20. He's 22. Nope, he's 72 overall, though, so maybe not. Marian Hossa, 7 goals off of 600 goals. He's not competitive enough to be able to do that, though, I would say. Bouwmeester retires. Alex Ovechkin retires. Oof. He's still a serviceable player, too. 83 overall, 37 years old. I don't think he got a ring in this series. He was 22 goals away from 900 career goals. He is super close to actually passing Gretzky, if I'm not too mistaken. What is Gretzky's goal total? Let's go and look at this really quickly. Just out of curiosity, guys. Wayne Gretzky goal total. Let's see. I think it was 894 or something. Yeah, 894 goals. I think Ovi would have stayed for one more season. He would have only needed, 16 more goals, and he would have been tied with Gretzky. So, interesting, very, very interesting. All right, Ovi he could have played one more season, gotten 17 goals to surpass the record, and gotten 18 assists to get 700 career assists, so he'd have 1,600 points in like 1,500 games, which would be very good. Corey Perry retiring, just over 1,000 points. Seabrook, Vlasic, Parise, Phaneuf, Niskanen. I'm just going to scroll down. You guys can look at that really quickly if you want to see it. There we go. Basically down to some no-namers at this point. Let's get rid of our draft picks. Of course, I don't want to give up on those. It's the title of the series, the Draft to Glory series, of course. Now, I am going to check progress reports. Whether I will do it now or not, though, I do not know. Kaufman did not change. I can look at his stats, actually. I just did it the wrong way. Alright, so we move into the top 10, which means, obviously, we won't get Robertson, Peluso, Georgievic, I should say. Jesus Georgievic. Interesting. McDermott or Winkler. But we could get Lynch, Nash, Raffle, Gregoire, or Whitman. So let's see. Lynch. Not too bad. I'd say around a low 70 overall. By the looks of it, maybe high 60. Probably high 60, I should say, actually. Rocky Nash. It's a really sick name, not going to lie. 74 offensive awareness. Raymond Raffle for an exact top 6. We don't really know much about him, but he is 17. I wouldn't want another power forward on this team, though, but if that's all that we're left with, then maybe that's what we're going to have to go for. Not much information on Shane Whitman, so I guess we'll see where we fall, but I'm not sure. Rickard Lapalainen. So I guess we could have scouted the league. I was going to scout the league instead of going to the queue, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get over there. Cutler, Ronnie Cutler, Fred Belfour, Edgar Hextall, Stuart Black, Raymond Slychuck. Let's just sort it by potential and see. Is there any exact elites, apart from the top 5, of course? There are not, but there's a medium elite projected goalie, Casey Giftopoulos, and Charles Gunderson as well. Exact top 6, that's not in the first round, no. Alright, well, this draft should be an interesting one then, guys. Smolinski, a high starter, imagine that. I guess the only player I'm really looking out for, I would say, is Kaufman, who is now 20 years old. I believe he was 19. And I would love to get him. He's projected second round, so maybe. We'll have to see, though. We'll have to see, guys. So, let's head on over for the entry draft, and let's get it started, boys. Why not? St. Louis picking first overall, so they're going to get a franchise defensive defenseman. So that'll be interesting. What's his name? Was it junior? Josh Winkler. Should go first overall after that. Don't really know Robertson at all. Russ McDermott isn't that bad. I would say he's probably third or fourth, maybe even last. Georgievich does not look bad either, to be fair. I think he may go second or third. And as for Peluso, I also do not have any information on him. So let's see. First overall, Winkler, the franchise defenseman, a 78 overall. All right, not too bad. He's got a very good defensive category and physical category already. So that's nice to see. Calgary get Oh, this draft doesn't look very good. Reed Robertson, only a 70 overall, although he's 17. Georgievich, a 74 overall. He is 18, though. All right. Moving on to McDermott, who is 73 overall, also 18. There's a look at his stats. And then Peluso, also 73 overall, who was 18. So I guess Robertson is the better pick out of all those forwards. Well, I would say so because he is 1 year younger than Georgievich, McDermott, and Peluso, although really he's probably only a couple of months. But still, so Boston, they pick Gregoire, who's a medium top 6 at 67. So there's one power forward gone, which I'm perfectly okay with. And then Cutler goes, medium top 6, 65. There's a sniper. There's Hopkins, who's another sniper, which means if Ottawa doesn't take this power forward, we are going to be stuck with him. Okay, so Cochran did go, who is the power forward, and I do not remember, to be honest, who the last selection was that was projected in the top 10. Oh, it was Nash, yes. Rocky Nash, which, to be honest, he may be the better of all of them. So a right-wing sniper, that wouldn't be bad. We could maybe have a future line. I still want a centerman or a center playmaker for our top line instead of Drouin. Well, not like I'm going to trade away Drouin, but instead of Drouin because Drouin is a center sniper. So Rocky Nash, not too bad. 6'2", 198, 63 overall. Medium top 6 at 18 years old. He is Canadian. Oh, no, sorry, he's American, yeah. So I believe we could sign him this season. Now, let's sim to our pick, and we'll see. So we have the 10th overall selection. Shit. Okay, so Kaufman, I believe his name was, did get selected, unfortunately. And we'll see how good he is. But let's see. Did we miss out on anybody? That would have been a much better selection. Coulton was a medium elite, which I expected. He is also 17, so he could be very good for Vegas. Lots of medium top 9s and medium top 6 defensemen. So that's not very good. So far, that's in the first round. Pascal Grenier, a medium elite 17-year-old. Sparks, wow, okay, what a first round from Vegas. 2 medium elite prospects. I tried holding off that burp. But yeah, 2 medium elite prospects. Toby Sparks, a defensive defenseman, 56 overall. Let's see. Lawrence is a 70. He's 19. Logan Lawrence. And then Duke Richards, who is 20. Kaufman is a 65, medium top 6. So really not as good as I expected him to be. I thought he would be around that 70 mark. So now for our second round selection. Who should we go for? Let's see. So we've got Walter Chan. Don't really know much about him. Tyrone Perron. I mean, we could get a defenseman early in this draft. He's got 72 slap shot accuracy, which isn't great. Plus, he's a defensive D-man, and you guys know I don't really like defensive D-man. Rene Howell? Nathaniel Kristanovich. That is tempting for the main fact that he's an offensive defenseman, plus he is 20 years old. We'll come back to him. Kip Chow. He's got some decent stats. He may not be that bad. Jan Zherdev, Jody Wyman, Lovejoy, who's an exact top 6, I'd rather not, and Lees, who's an exact top 9. Drew Jarvis, Colin Wheel, Christopher Tucker, who's a 19-year-old goalie who may not be bad. Clint Dumpa, it says he's an unknown, but I do have some of his stats, or roughly at least. So you know what, guys? I think we're going to go for Kristanovich, player I didn't draft or didn't scout at all. Let's see. Hey, medium top 4, 66 overall. That's not too bad. Obviously, he could be a lot better. He could be a lot worse, though. So we'll see. We'll see how that pick works out for us. Now, let's say there's Tiny Hopkins. He was actually oh, wow. He was actually very good. 69 overall, medium top 6, 19 years old. Yeah, that was a good selection by whoever drafted there. I didn't actually look at the team, to be honest. So, do we miss out on anybody here? Wyman was a 66 overall, medium top 4, so the same overall as Kristanovic, but a year younger, so that's kind of unfortunate. Hood, who I never actually saw. Actually, wait, yes, I did. I believe he was the last player I looked at. A center grinder, medium elite. Let's see. Perron was a medium top 4 at 61, so he's not all that bad. Let's see. Anybody else I missed out on? Manino, who I never saw, but he's pretty good. Medium starter. Wait, was that the goalie who I said was 19? I don't think so, but it might have been. Interesting. So, now in the third round, let's see. So, Tiny Hopkins was good. Is the other South Korean here? Because, you know what, he was good, so why not go for the other one? Is the other one? I don't remember the other one's name, to be honest. Someone from Bosnia here projected in the draft. Actually, he doesn't look all that bad. Zach Keel Fito. Okay, who was that? Other South Korean. That was... Oh, there he is. Henry Hawes, who he's really not as good as his buddy Tiny Hopkins. So, interesting. So, guys, let's see who we are going to pick here. So, we've got Victor Burke, who's a medium bottom 6, or an exact bottom 6, I should say. Timothy Robbins, another defenseman we could go for. Rudy DeMarchi, kind of like that name. Leonard Mink, Jerry Brismanis, or Brismanis. George Larac. Not like we need another sniper, especially not a right-wing sniper, because we just drafted one. He's a possibility, though. Darren Franzen, a left-wing two-way forward. So Franzen's an option. Brismanis isn't bad. He's also an option. Mink, no. DeMarchi, I don't know. I kind of want to go for DeMarchi, but he's a right-wing sniper, and like I said, I just don't need that. So I guess it's between Timothy Robbins, who is right-handed, and Brismanis, who's also right-handed, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Is there anybody else in here? Let's see, what about Ranford? He's also a right-handed defenseman. Darren Franzen, yeah, he's left-wing two-way forward. Terry Holt, a power forward. Staden Clark. Pat Linglet. Philip Del Rio. Okay, well, let's see. I'm thinking Brismanis or... Not Mayorov, sorry. Where... or was it Robbins? Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to go with Robbins just because Brismanis, don't really know how you pronounce his last name, so let's go for Robbins. Okay. That is a bad pick. 56 overall, medium 7th defenseman, and he is 19 years old. That is not good by any stretch of the imagination, unfortunately. Brismanis was basically the exact same. I should have gone for DeMarchi. Damn it, guys. I said, I'm like, I just drafted a right-wing sniper. What's the point of getting another one? Damn it, guys. Apparently I should have gone for DeMarchi. DeMarchi is also a higher overall than Nash, so that kind of sucks. Franzen was also good, too, who I did really think about going for. Unfortunately, I did not go for him, though, either. Medium top 6 at 67. Larac isn't all that bad, either. So we definitely made the wrong selection in that round. Who's this guy? High bottom 6, Gordon Boss. That was a rough third round selection, I'm not going to lie, guys. So hopefully now that we're in the later rounds of this draft, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, we will be able to get some steals. There is that medium elite goaltender down there, Toby McKinley. Guelph Storm, don't know anything about him, though. He's 5'9" as a center playmaker. Simone Facette, Marcel St. Louis. I could bring a St. Louis back to, wow, okay, wait, one sec. Norm Corbin does not look all that bad with the 78 agility, 78 durability, and 76 strength. He's at bottom 6, though I don't really want that. So yeah, guys, I could bring a St. Louis back to Tampa Bay. Should I do that? I feel like I should. Gunderson is obviously an option. He's probably not going to be elite. He's probably going to be like medium fringe. Bear Clark would probably be a medium starter, just because that's how this game works for some reason. And to be honest, I'm really not too sure about this. So, yeah, why not? Let's take, I believe it was Marcel, right? Marcel St. Louis, a right-wing sniper. I missed out on the last one. Let's take this one. Oh my god. Always dreadful. He's 19, medium bottom 6, 57 overall. I've basically just got the same draft pick in the past 2 rounds, but the equivalent from a defenseman to a forward in St. Louis. So who do we miss out on this time? Let's see. Tampa, who I never actually, or I don't think I looked at. He's not that bad. Gunderson was a high fringe. He is 17, so interesting. Wow, okay, this draft is not very good. Jordan Ben, 64 overall, medium top 6. Not too bad. Yeah, I don't know, guys. This draft has just not been very good. So, that's kind of unfortunate, although nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. So, we now have a selection in the 5th round. Let's see if we can get a good pick here. Drew Clymer, I'd rather not go for. Boris Emelin, Tiny Whitfield, Sven Silverberg, Serge Parise, Noah Ma, I kind of like that name, Matthew Louis, Marcus Lack, the Super Swede who is 20 years old, potential, that is definitely an option, Kip Mara, Yanni Vahelati, Joel Hextall, Jacob Hadar, Harry Thorburn, he's an option. I'm tempted to go for, well, no, sorry, not Louis, it was Lack. Marcus Lack. You know what, guys, screw it. We're going to go for Marcus Lack, and we're going to keep medium top 9. 62 or 20 is not very good. So we're going to keep an eye on Thorburn. He would more than likely go in the 5th round. We'll see how good he is. So he did go in the 5th round. Let's see. How good is he? And who did we miss out on here? Parise, 64, 19, medium bottom 6. That's not all that bad. Better than our selection, that's for sure. Krog, also 19, medium bottom 6, 64 overall. Again, better than our pick. That's for sure. Cohen, who I don't remember looking at. Clint Cohen, very good two-way defenseman. More of, well, I guess a two-way defenseman. I was going to say, I guess he's more of a defensive defenseman, but not really. But he is a big-ass guy. 19 years old, 6'5", 223. That is crazy. Vorobiev, Alexander Vorobiev. Did I miss that defenseman? I believe it was a defenseman. What was his name? I do not remember. Yeah, Vorobiev was good. Whitfield was good. Thorburn, that's who it was. Medium top 6, 64 overall, so I guess maybe it would have been better to go for him. Unfortunately, we did not, though, so it's not. Oh, Hextall was good. Joel Hextall was a low elite at 19 years old. Wow. And that one's unfortunate, and a lot of low top 6, low top 9 potentials here. Alright, 6th round selection. Can we get a half-decent pick? Probably not. Tommy York, a center sniper. Tuukka Niemi, two-way defenseman. Steven Sundqvist, or Stefan Sundqvist. Raymond Perry, left-wing grinder. Rodney Ferentz, defensive defense. Oh my god, that yawn came out of absolutely nowhere. Mark Caron, or Karen. Kelvin Bartlett. Yeah, Juha Alavara. I'm going to go for Juha Alavara. 100%. AJ Taves, Albert Hoyles, Alvin Grabowski. Or Grabowski, not Grabowski. Vyacheslav Mikhanov, Vili Lidman. Timothy Rodriguez, who will probably be good. Tyson Harkins as well. So let's look at Rodriguez and Harkins. But I am going for Alvera. What was his name? Juha? Yeah, Juha Alvera. Low elite, 71 overall. Oh my god. What a beast. Oh my god, just kind of like Tyson Cullimore. Might have been the same overall as well. Okay, well. I was just going for him because I fucking love his name. Juha Alavera. or Alavara. It's probably pronounced Alavara, but that is just a sick draft pick. Oh my god, he honestly, some of his stats are like totally NHL ready. I mean, he's slow, which wouldn't be very good for the NHL, but his shot really isn't that bad, like a good fourth liner shot, I would say. Puck skills, I guess, definitely need to be better. The senses, I mean, to be fair as well. But his defense is good enough to play in the NHL, and his physical stats aren't all that bad either. 5'11", 188, but 19 years old, 71 overall, low elite. That is, I would say, the best draft pick we've had so far in this draft. So that is an awesome selection. Harkins and Rodriguez are still available as well, so we could go for one of them next. Is there any other crazy low elite steals like that one that we just got? Hopefully not, because then I could say we definitely had the best pick of that round. Lindzen, medium top 6, 20 years old, 65 overall. I'd say we definitely had the best pick of that round, though. Meslanov, who was probably 20 years old, but he's medium top 9, so it's not that great. All right, so now our selection in the 7th round. We still got those two players, but let's take a round and look at some more. Lidman's still there. Billy Lidman is still there, like I said. Stan Sharma, Barnes, who I haven't actually gone for a goalie this round or this draft, but going for a medium back, well, what probably would be a medium backup, I feel like is not the best option, so I'm not going to do that. Martin McPherson, Mika Hevonen. Mika Hevonen does not look bad. Oh man, I just said I don't want to go for a backup goalie, but he really doesn't look that bad. Usually, those stats that are exact for reflexes usually aren't that high for goalies out of the draft. Although his athletic is what normal goalies would have out of the draft. Oh man. I feel like Hevonen is not a bad option, but I don't think I want to go for him, even though I should probably go for a goaltender, guys. Keith Linson, Ken Clutterbuck, a 20-year-old. Jody Walls, a 20-year-old. Jerome Veilleux, a 20-year-old. Harvey DiPietro, a 20-year-old. Hugo Cloutier, a 20-year-old. Oh, man, guys, there's honestly quite a few draft picks left to go. Cam Bright Cruz. Bright Cruz. I don't know what that flag is. And I don't know any actual stats about him, so I don't know if I want to go for him. Abraham Macias. Zach Kwong is not good. Zach Henry. Yuri Zuzin. Yuri Samsonov. Yves Papineau. Yuri Nikolic. I don't know, guys. I'm very tempted to just go for one of the players I have up here in Rodriguez and in Harkins. So a right-wing grinder or a right-wing two-way forward. Timothy Rodriguez, 6'5", 220, where Harkins is 6', 190. So you know what? I'd say we've gotten a decent amount of big players in this draft already. So let's go for Harkins. Please don't be the wrong pick. Medium top 9, 64 overall. That's not great. It really isn't. It's also not awful. It could have definitely been a lot worse. Let's see, though. Who did we miss out on here? Is there anybody we missed out on, I guess, really, is the real question. Lidman, low top 6, 55. Was he 19, though? Yes, he was. So I guess, I mean, that's not a great pick. Moving on. Bellamy, no. Pittin, not phenomenal. Clutterbuck wasn't all that great. Rodriguez is still there, guys, which is kind of surprising. Hevonen was a low backup. Okay, so I'm very glad we didn't go for him. That would have been quite a waste of a 7th round pick, I would say. Lindzen, a low top 9, not very good. Coming down, there's Rodriguez. So a 63 medium top 9. Our selection was higher. It was a higher overall than that, right? Yes, he was. Only by 1 overall, though. So interesting. We come down to the last 5 picks of this draft. Veilleux, 63 overall, medium top 9. He is also 20 years old. Garlock, Bright Cruz, who isn't all that bad. He's 19, medium fringe. I guess better than the backup that went back there. And then a high backup in Barnes, who was 50 overall. All right, guys, so kind of tempting to trade for that Chicago pick and just go for a random player. So Abraham Macias could be a pick. Kwong, no. And then really you don't have any information for anybody. Macias. Macias looks like he would be the best pick. Charles Negrin, Vaclav Bilic. Should I say Negrin? I should probably say Negrin or something. Nope, that doesn't sound good. Clint Fairchild. Roy Smolinski. No. Kai, try scrolling down. Game. Ernest Hewitt. Don't know how you say that last name, to be honest. Alright, so I feel like it would be between one of these five. Fairchild, McClellan, Bilic, Negrin, or Macias, who is the only one that's still projected to go. Now, Negrin has high league interest, which is a no-go. Bilic doesn't have any, as well as Macias. McLennan has high league interest, which is probably a no-go as well, and then Fairchild there. Should I go for a trade and get one of these players, guys? 6'4", Fairchild, McClellan, 19 as well. Bilic is 17. Who I don't really want to go for. I feel like Macias may be good, but you know what, guys? I'm not going to make a trade. Macias didn't get drafted. Okay, so Macias will go to free agency. And we shall see if he's any good. You know what? I'm going to write down his name just to see, because maybe he could be good. And unfortunately, say we didn't go for him, then obviously we can't sign him from free agency, because that's just not what this series is. Although I am very tempted to do a series at one point, guys, called, or I don't know what it would be called, but the concept of it, I forgot to sign Drouin mid-season. No! Damn it. I forgot to sign Drouin mid-season this year. That's not good. That's worrying. Okay, well, back to what I was saying. I would like to try a series one time where we just build from free agency. So we could sign absolutely anybody and anyone from free agency, and we just go for it. Oh, fuck me. I completely forgot to sign Drouin. Now, he's not really asking for that much money, which is nice, which means I'm probably going to have him on a 5-year deal at $8 million, which isn't bad. I mean, it really isn't that bad. It could be a lot worse. And if that doesn't work, then I may lower it to 1 year. I don't want to do that. You know what? Just to make me feel a little bit better, I think I might do 4 years instead of 5 years. So he'll be 32. Or 31, 32-ish instead of 33. Let's do that. 4 years for the next 4 years for the next $8 million. Nope, $8 million for the next 4 seasons for Drouin. Will he accept that? We shall see. Now, for Andre Palat, he still doesn't want a lot of money, which is nice to see, but he also doesn't want an extension, which is kind of worrying. Although I could just go for like a 1-year deal at $4 million, which, you know what, I'm going to do that exactly. I'm going to do 1 year at $4 million because I do need to get up to the cap hit somehow here. Now, Panik, he does want to come back, and I really want to bring him back because he's just not that bad. Killorn's contract is over, guys. That's why we have so much cap space. It all makes sense now. Oh, yeah, okay. So, Killorn's listed as a 4th liner. I do not know. Teuton, I do want him in the NHL. Guys, it's like 5:30 p.m. and I'm tired. I don't get it. Oh, Teuton has such high offensive awareness. I need to play him in the NHL this season. I'm going to have to re-sign Ingram. Radish is only an 80 overall. Wow, interesting. Hentonen, I want to play in the NHL. I want to play in the NHL. Ronnie Thomas will more than likely be our starter for this season. Or for this next season, I should say. Stillman did not grow, unfortunately. Rodrigue needs to be re-signed. He's now 22, and he doesn't look like he's getting any better, unfortunately. Okay, so I gotta figure some things out here, guys. Let's see. Actually, you know what? Let's advance today first to see if Drouin and Palat come back, because those are the 2 players that I guess, are most important to us right now. So, rejected and accepted. So, unfortunately, Drouin rejected, which is not nice to see, but I am going to bring him back, guys. Do not worry. I'm going to do anything in my power to give him a contract that he likes for the next 4 seasons. So, 4 seasons, let's give him $8.2 million. Then we'll give him an extra $200K than what he wanted, or than what I gave him last offer. So we'll see if that's better. So now let's go to list all contracts and see what this team will look like. Sorted by forwards first. Overall, of course. So we have a top line of... Oh, Jasper's is now down to a 90. He did have a rough season, so I guess he actually is playing like a 90 overall, like he actually has been. Unfortunately, not playing like a 93 anymore, which kind of sucks, but what can you do? So, well, we're going to have to re-sign Cullimore next season. Interesting. Okay, so Drouin, Jaspers, and Nemesnikov. Sorelli, Cullimore, and Howden, that's 6. Palat, 7. Joseph, 8. Teuton, 9. Lipanov, 10. Radish, 11. Hentonen, 12. Like, 13. Eesh. Yikes. Okay, well, what do we do? That is the question. Richard Panik, I want to bring back, man. I really do. I really, really do. I'm going to have to wait on forwards right now. As for defense, though, Quack, back up to a 79, although, do we really need him? I mean, he'd be a good AHL defenseman because Woolley and or Chipchura should be ready for the NHL. Woolley played in the NHL last season. I would love for him to grow up to a medium top 6. As for Chipchura, he could also grow to a medium top 6. Fuck me. Spencer, am I going to re-sign you? I'm not sure. Punanovs, am I going to re-sign you? I'm not sure. Bednars, I'm going to assign to his entry-level deal. So let's do that. Kristanovich, yeah, I don't really want to sign him considering he's Canadian. Kent Welsh, we can sign him. So let's do that. There's his entry-level deal. And then Robbins is the only other one, which I don't really want to sign all that much. Is there any others in the system, or is that actually everybody? That's actually everybody. Okay, so let's head over to goalies then. So starter in Thomas, backup in Ingram, starter in Rodrigue, backup in Antonio. More than like Cato just has not grown for us, guys. So we're giving Antonio his entry-level deal now. Rodrigue only wants 1 season. He wants 1 season, but I'll give him the max deal that he can get for a 2-way deal. And then Ingram, he wants 2 years at 1.25. Let's give him 2 years at 1.5 just to raise our cap hit a little bit more. And as for that, let's advance a day and we'll see what we can do, I guess. Will Drouin accept that contract? I would hope so. This is going to be a long episode, guys, if you obviously can't tell, although by the time you clicked on it, I'm sure you already knew that. Ingram, Drouin accepted. Welsh rejected because of a full roster. Antonio, Rodrigue accepted. Bednar's rejected because of a full roster as well. So, 4 more days in re-signing. I got to do something here, guys. Let's back out of this. We have $25 million in cap space. There's no way I'm hitting near the minimal cap floor. So let's go to progress reports really quickly. I want to see what we are doing here. Let's sort it by, I guess, all players. Yeah. All right, so who is playing way above their level right now? Or way above what they actually are right now? Let's see. Richard Panik is, which I figured to be the case. So is Killorn. Lipanov is, but that's, like, fine. I guess, like, yeah, that's perfectly fine. Teuton is as well, but that's fine. Joseph obviously is, but again, that's fine. Connolly, he needs to go. Connolly, I'd say that was your last season as a Lightning member. Actually, to be fair, Ronnie Thomas is playing a lot better than what he is actually right now, which is interesting. Cedric Paquette will be gone as well. Alright, guys, I think I know it. I think I know what I'm going to do then. So, let's go back to contracts, and let's see. We have a full roster, and we need to get rid of some of those roster spots. That's a factoid. So, what I want the first line, or the center, not this, the forward core to look like this season. So we have Drouin with Jaspers and Mesnikov, then Sorelli, Cullimore, Howden, Palat, Joseph, Teuton. Let's sign Teuton. He only wants a 2-year deal at $1 million, but I'm going to give him a 2-year deal at $2 million because, like I said, I got to get somewhat near that cap floor, so we'll give him a lot more than what he wants. Panik and Killorn we will come back to. Then Radish, I want to re-sign. We will give him a 1-year deal at actually, I'm going to give him the same thing, 2 years at $2 million. Lawrence? Was it Lawrence? Was it Lawrence? I think so, yeah, Lawrence okay, so we'll give him 2 years at $2 million as well. So we're just matching a few players' contracts here. Boris Kachuk, listed as a 4th liner. He's got a very good shot, and he's very good at skating, and he's pretty damn physical as well, but defense is not great, census is not great, and puck skills is not very good either. Hentonen, I want on this team, 2 years at $2 million as well. We will match him up with those other 3 guys. Ernie, I'm not sure. Connolly, I'm not sure. Volkov, I would like to re-sign. He's been one of our most prolific AHL players. Paquette will be released. That is a for sure thing that is happening. Move back down. Dennis Yan, I don't know. Leonov, we will definitely sign. He only wants a $1 million. We'll give him 1.3 for the next 2 seasons, so we'll match him up with a 2-season deal with some of our other players. Dennis Yan, I really like Dennis Yan in the AHL, to be honest, guys. So we're going to bring him back. We'll bring him back for 1 season, but we'll give him the max AHL deal. There we go. Or 2A deal, not AHL deal, sorry. And as for players we need to sign, Alvara, give him his entry-level deal. Jesper Modine, I will give him his entry-level deal. Glue, who I will give his entry-level deal to as well. Fast, yep, we'll also give him his entry-level deal. Malukin, don't know if I'm going to re-sign Malukin. He has never actually played in the AHL for us, but he is 67 overall, which really isn't that bad. Theodore Kolzig, we are going to sign him to an entry-level deal. Harkins, we'll hold on to for now. Gertzen, he is not that great. Do I assign Gertzen? I don't think so. We're going to sign Rocky Nash, though, because he is American, so there we go. Lack, we are going to wait. Yeah, we're going to wait for him as well, and that'll be it. So we just sent out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Is that it? 6 entry-level deals, which means we need to clear up some roster spots. So Malukin will be released. Killorn will be released. Ernie will be released. I don't know what I'm going to do with Panik yet, guys. I'm waiting. Connolly will be released as well. And Kachuk. Boris Kachuk. He will also be released. And I think that is it. That is it for forwards. Let's go back to defensemen, though, to see. Quack Quack. I'm not sure. Spencer will be released. Quack Quack. Don't know yet. I don't know yet. Pudanovs. Well, did he do? 19 points in the AHL. He's a very good goal scorer in the AHL. In the playoffs, he didn't have a single point. Are you kidding me? 21 games, not a single point? Yeah, okay, well, he's gone then, too. That's an easy decision there. Bednarz, yes, I gotta give him his entry-level deal. So let's do that. I should have gave him more than that. Kristanovich. No. Welsh. Yeah, we will sign Welsh to an entry-level deal, and then Robbins I'm not going to either. And as for goaltenders, we've got every single one of them signed. Alright, well, we just sent out quite a lot of contracts. So let's see who's coming back to this team. Alright, so Nash, Radish, Volkov, Yan, Welsh, Glue, Like, Hentonen, Tutin, Leonov, Bednarz, Fast, Modine, Kolzig, Alabara all have accepted. Alright, so I believe we have essentially everyone now, which is quite interesting. I think this may be the first video I've ever uploaded that was not a stream off of Twitch. That is going to be over an hour long, which is absolutely crazy to see. What do I do with Bonnet, guys? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 13 players that I want in the NHL, and Ponick was not even one of them. Which means... No, I'm signing him. I'm signing him for the AHL, guys. I don't have enough contract space. I can't sign him, actually. Well, you know what? I guess that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So, yeah. Richard Ponick won't come back to this team as much as I did want him to. As for defensemen, Nope, Quack Quack then. Whatever. Quack Quack can be released. So our NHL defensemen should be Hedman, Merkley, Foote, D'Angelo, Stillman, and Woolley, or Chipchura. And then whichever one of those two don't make it out of Woolley and Chipchura will play in the AHL with Bodie and Fair and Valesi and Bednarz. That's not enough defensemen. Oh, that's not enough defensemen, guys. Oh, wait, Kent Welsh as well. Sorry, never mind. Okay, we are good. So, we can sign Richard Ponick, and you know what? Just because I've liked him so much through this series, we're going to give him a one-year deal, but we're going to give him a payday to get close to the minimal cap floor. He will be playing in the AHL, though, for us. He will not be playing in the NHL for us. I have officially given up on that dream. But who knows? So I was thinking $8 million. Yeah, we're just gonna give him that. $8 million for one season, Richard Ponick. I know you will like that contract, that's for sure. So let's advance a day, and he accepts, of course. And a few people are happy about that as well. So you know what? I guess it's for the better that we did bring him back. Actually, some of our best players were happy about that. So Ponick, get off there. We aren't going to be trading you. Alright, guys, so we're at free agency now, and Kucherov, Stamkos, or Vasilevsky, Hans Ritzel is there. He should have been our draft pick from a couple of years ago, when unfortunately he was not. Anybody here from the Tampa Bay Lightning? I already know the answer to that, and it's going to be no, except for the players that we released. Of course, there was one. Who was that? Alex Killorn. Exactly my point. As for goaltenders, though, Thatcher Demko went to free agency. Wow. All right. Interesting. Any goalies that is here that we have drafted? Probably not. Alright, well, let's look at best potential for goalies. So out of the draft, there was a low starter in Antila, who is not very good. As for potential for forwards, obviously Ritzel is there. Low elite in Peverly, who is very good. 72 and 19, 85 offensive awareness. That is very good. Craig McLennan. Wow, McLennan was actually a very good draft pick. Damn, low elite, 19 years old, 71 overall. He was actually a very good draft pick. Bryce Pitton, who was out, never mind, he was drafted. Passy Hellenius, interesting. Monahan and Mantha are exact elites. Oliver Wallstrom, drafted by Arizona. He has not really panned out, though. Although he can still score. Oh, Jesus. He had 53 goals in the AHL in one season, and then since coming to the NHL for 2 seasons in a row, he's only scored a combined 21 goals, so he never really panned out. Drake Batherson, nice. Apple, holy shit. Renee Apple, 78 overall, low top 6 with wicked offensive awareness out of the draft, but obviously did not get drafted. Low top 4, Zarkov, nope. Nylander, Stefan Nylander. Alright guys, well, that is going to be it for me in this one. Hopefully you did all enjoy. Tune in for the next one where we will start season number 7, I think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all did enjoy. I'm sorry that the video was so long, but it happens. And yeah guys, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.